Hi, Bobcat fans. We're here today, opening drive. Head football coach Josh Strickland, Guy Walker, myself. This segment sponsored by Roof Masters and your local Ultrasonic. Coach, coming off right now, last week playing in Nacogdoches, this week Marshall. What's the feeling like around the Bobcat locker room?
I really don't think it's changed too much. I think we kind of, we have to look ourselves in the mirror after every game, win or lose. Where can we improve? And the bottom line is we didn't play well enough to win. I don't think we played well enough to win on either side of the ball. And we're fortunate the previous 2 weeks when we win, we talked about the turnover margin and we were up 8-1, and this week we lost it 3-0. So even losing the turnover margin 3-0, we lose by 6 and we leave 7 points out there on the field that night just if nothing changes. So I mean they know they can do it. We just know for us to win we have to minimize mistakes, and we didn't do it.
Now here's the best part. And me and Marc, when we left, I was mad. And I'm gonna tell you why I was mad, because I expected us to win. We used to hope we was gonna win.
Yeah.
Now we're expecting to win now, and that's the feeling we'd like to have.
Yeah. And I'll be completely honest, as a coach, you kind of have we always say 24-hour rule. For us, for me, it's like 14, 15, 16-hour rule. No matter if we win or lose, we're on to the next. I struggle with this one about as much as I have in my career in 17 years. I really struggled because I knew the significance of it. Now, that being said, the way things kind of shook out in our district, we still control our destiny. So after seeing that, we're good.
Well, and one of the questions I had for you, Coach, is the way things shook out. So people at home, everything. I know we went out, we can make playoffs, but tell me a little bit about how the playoffs are shaping up in our district for the fans listening at home. What do the Bobcats got to do to get to be where they want to be?
Well, us personally, we can still finish anywhere from second to last in the district still. So, and that's pretty much, there's nobody in the district with 2 games left that's out of it. Locked in is T-High, and Marshall maybe locked in. I haven't looked at that, but other than that, I mean, it's everybody pretty much controls their own destiny. The good thing is, I say everybody does, we control our own destiny. We're playing a good Marshall team. There's no doubt about that. But I feel good about it. I have confidence in our athletes. I have confidence in our coaches that we're not going to go into any game this year and feel like we can't come out with a win. We're just not.
Well, tell us a little bit about Marshall. What to expect from them? So,
starting off defensively, they're right up there with the best in the district. We're out there with T-High. Every week I do a breakdown of every play of our opponent's defense, and I run a report. And I look at gain-loss. And what that gain-loss is, I look at percentages of plays. So you have loss to no gain, small gain, medium gain, big gain. 41% of their plays on defense are loss or no gain plays.
Oh, wow.
So 4 out of every 10 plays that they're on defense, they're not giving up any yards, or they're tackling you for a loss.
Well, they're not size and speed, correct?
Yeah, speed. We've probably seen bigger. I mean, the last 2 weeks we've seen big teams. I mean, I looked last week when Nacogdoches' offensive line was standing up before the call, and our defensive line was there. I was like, "Good Lord!" Yeah, they were huge.
I didn't mean to get in trouble, but yeah.
Yeah. And surrounding, how do you, going into this Marshall game, you've got your boys that work so hard after a couple years to get a win.
Yeah.
They get the win. Then they put back-to-back wins.
Yeah.
Did you ever at any point have a feeling that maybe – I mean, we don't ever want to lose. We've talked about no such thing as moral victories, but at any point, does that loss show them that, hey, just because you're winning doesn't mean you're going to step onto a field and automatically win a game? I mean, do you think that plays in at all?
Yeah, I think so, because our recipe for winning this year is, it's not very diverse. We have one recipe for us to win where we're at right now, and that's to not turn the ball over, minimize mistakes, and that's the way we're going to win football games this year. We've overcome some mistakes and still played well, but for us to win ball games, we have to minimize those mistakes, and they saw that. There were some things that we did well We didn't run the ball very well the other night. I know that, and it was tough sledding in there. I thought we threw the ball decent when we had to. We're 65% throwing it, but we're not built to do that all the time. Defensively, the other night, it was one of those deals where, we're athletic on the defensive line. Those guys, we had a hard time getting off those blocks. We really did, and we would have guys to fit, and we just couldn't get off of them.
Well, we missed tackles the other night.
Yeah.
Me and Mark talked about it. We seen a couple of their head down.
Yeah.
Their eyes down instead of up.
Yeah, and
I know that's what y'all worked on for sure.
Yeah, well, and that's a big part of you sit there and you don't want to get so caught up on scheme in the middle of the season where you lose the fundamental aspect, because scheme's only as good as your fundamentals are when you get there. Scheme can get you to the ball. Your fundamentals have to get the ball carried down, and so you have to find time and practice to work both of those. If anything, towards the end of the year, every team's going to cut down a little bit of their practice. We cut more team time down, but leave our individual for that reason.
Right.
Well, real quick, Coach, and don't know the actual factualness behind this, but
Yeah.
you got a couple kids that offensively are getting close to being record holders in Hallsville.
Mm-hmm.
Is that just something that these kids have busted and earned? I mean, I think Mosey's getting close to the passing yardage, and maybe even have a couple receivers getting close on the reception. They've started to really pinpoint their play. Is it a sign of the times where those guys worked their tail off to get there?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's the buy-in. I think it's kind of how we run things offensively, schematically, on taking what the defense gives us. The unfortunate thing about the receiving records is we got 3 guys that are almost identical with receptions and yards. The lucky thing for Jace is he gets to throw to them.
Guys, thank y'all, Coach Strickland. Good luck tonight. Roofmaster Sonic, thank y'all to y'all guys. We'll see you next time.
Thanks.